What's up everyone, it's Scotty with MoneyVest. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys an update on a stock that we covered exactly 10 months ago. So back in August of 2023, we talked about this business. I specifically mentioned in a video how this stock is a no-brainer buying opportunity and definitely a must-add. And this right here was the video. So absolutely no-brainer stock to buy at this price 10 months ago, must-add. And this again was the, we're going to go over the spreadsheet here and give you guys a little bit of an update on where we are with this company and why I believe there's still a ton of potential, still somewhat undervalued here because it just crossed over $100 billion in market cap, hitting a brand new all-time high today. And we're only getting started with this company. So hope you all enjoy this video and find it helpful. Make sure that you drop a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're just joining us for the first time. I would really appreciate that. And again, don't forget links to our Discord and Patreon is going to be down below if you're interested in joining us. There is a 51% discount that we're currently offering, and you can lock this pricing in special pricing forever, and you'll never have to worry about it again. And you can access this entire platform. You can do your entire fundamental and macro analysis on this platform. Everything that we've talked about on the channel when it comes to value investing, growth investing, and looking at intrinsic value, fundamentals, and numbers of the business is going to be on this platform, including our MoneyVest metrics, fundamental analysis, discounted cash flow, discounted earnings, everything included with the link down below. We'd love to have you on board. So the company that we're talking about today is going to be none other than Arista Networks. And Arista Networks, this right here was the video, again, on August 2nd, 2023, about 4,000 views. So again, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you were able to take advantage of this, a huge congratulations, because Arista Network, as of the time of this recording, is now trading at a very high price. We are now looking at Arista Networks at almost $340 a share as of the time of this video. And of course, the market cap is now trading at just over $100 billion. And since the time I covered this stock from back in August of 2023, so that was right around this time over here, June, July, August, right around here, the stock is up a nice 127% from that time frame. So again, huge congratulations if you invested or traded the stock here, but this has been nothing short of extraordinary since 2020. The stock is up a whopping 700%, almost 800% in that time frame. So when you come back to the numbers, and let's just take a quick look in the overall growth here, and what really attracted me towards Arista Networks in the first place is not only the moat that it actually has to do with extensive operating systems, Linux-based systems, as well as cloud networking options and solutions, but also the consistency behind their numbers. So what we have over here is that we've compiled the revenue, the gross profit, the operating income, net income, shares outstanding. We've got total assets, total liabilities, cash, debt, and free cash flow. I want to point out that the company has no debt, so literally no long-term debt. Liabilities are $2.7 billion with cash of over $5 billion as of 2023, so as of last year. So again, double the cash amount in terms of all of their liabilities. So that in itself is a huge check mark because, you know, the bankruptcy risk is really low for this business because of the fact that they've got more than twice as much cash as all of their liabilities combined. Free cash flows, you'll notice, has grown tremendously. So $2 billion as of last year. And that's a 10-year CAGR of 63%. 5-year CAGR of 33%, and a 3-year CAGR of just over 40%. So this is a very high growth rate for the business. And if you come over to revenues, 32 to 36% on a 5 to 10 year basis. Gross profits also very nice, 34 to 31%. Operating income has gone from $44 million to well over $2.2 billion as of 2023. So that's over a 47% CAGR. On a 3-year basis, 52% on a 5-year basis, and 42% on a 10-year basis. And this right here is going to be the bottom line profit. Net income's gone from $14 million to well over $2 billion. And if I simply just take a look at some of these margins for the business. So let's just quickly analyze the gross profit margin for Arista Networks. And right now we're working with a little bit over 61, almost 62%. You'll notice the margins have slightly come down from 68, 69% all the way down to 62%, but still pretty good margins here for the company. If you take a look at operating margins here, which I believe expanded because of the operating leverage, which we also calculated last time around. So this right here is going to be those numbers, put them in percentage terms, and we're looking at a significant increase from 31%, 20% in the 20s to now sitting well over 34, 38%. So that means operating leverage starting to kick in for the company. And then finally, if we come over to net income margins here for the business, that I believe has also expanded over the years, and it's gone from, I believe it was around 20%, but let's just take a look. So now at well over 35, almost 36% for the company. It's gone from about double digits, mid double digits, somewhat high single digits to mid double digits to now well over 30 to 35% here for the company. And shares outstanding on a 10-year basis, yes, they've seen a growth of 10.2%. However, the last 5 years, 3 years have seen a slight decrease in the number of shares outstanding for the business. So what we have here is just absolute high quality numbers with consistent growth in revenue, gross profit, operating profit, net income. And we're not just talking small growth, we're talking very, very high growth rates, as well as margin expansion on an operating and net income margin basis. Shares outstanding going down over the last 5 to 3 years, and total assets have expanded by well over 39% in the last 10 years, from literally nothing to almost $10 billion of assets, with more cash, twice as much cash than all liabilities combined, and free cash flow also growing very, very nicely. So this is a company that, checks off a lot of the boxes here that we look for at MoneyVest. And of course, 2024 EPS expected at $7.90 to increase as much as $12. And that's going to be a 16.5% growth rate for Arista Networks. So if you run through the analysis of essentially calculating an intrinsic value for this business, so what we're going to do is we're going to basically price in for the intrinsic value in terms of the 5-year discounted earnings multiple models. We're going to come all the way down here to this model over here, and we're going to plug in ANET, and then let's just go over to the numbers here. So $314 million, and if you multiply this number with the actual shares outstanding, we're looking at almost $2.5 billion in net income and bottom line for the company, and that's going to be increasing from about $2 billion. So $2 to $2.5 billion is going to be that expected increase. That's a pretty solid growth rate. So we're going to plug in 2.5 over here. We're going to apply a growth rate of about 18% because the company's actually done quite well in terms of that earnings growth over the last 10 years. So net income basically, for example, has grown at well over 44%. So I might actually be going a lot more conservative here with 18% because the last 3-year growth rate is 48%, last 5 years is 44%, and last 10 years is 58%. So analyst expectations are for 16.5%. So they're definitely a little bit lower than what the consensus or what the expectations have been, or what the actual numbers have been over the last 5 and 10 and 3 years. So I'm going with a little bit lower number. Now, if you come over to the valuation for this stock, so if you come down and take a look at statistics, 47 times earnings and a little bit over 17 times sales. So that's one of the things about Arista Networks is that, yes, it's a fantastic business. Yes, it was a company that was trading at much lower multiples back when we've analyzed 10 months ago. But now, of course, it's trading at a multiple that is, somewhat rich and really, really high. So if I go with, let's say, 20% growth rate, and we go with a 25 times P multiple, and then of course if we go with so right now this is a discounted, no, I'm looking at the wrong stuff, my bad. So this is the model that we're going to use. So ANET got 2.5 billion. We're going to plug in a 20% growth rate, 25 times P multiple, and then 12% discount rate, 10% margin of safety, and minus 1% for share buybacks. We're looking at 266 as the intrinsic value, which would once again require about a 22% decline in the stock price to come down to that intrinsic value, to that fair value. Now, if you're looking for, let's say, a 25% growth rate and a 25 times P multiple, then you'd see Arista Network trading at its intrinsic value, close to where it is at the moment in terms of market price. So again, it really depends on what type of growth rate you're comfortable with. I already showed you the last 10 years of growth rate for the bottom line is 58%. 5-year was 44%, and 3-year was 48%. And analysts are expecting about 16.5% over the next 4 years for the business. So if you want to be a little bit more optimistic, considering that Arista Networks over the last 3, 5, 10 years has done really well, then yes, you could go at 25% and also give them a slightly lower multiple from 47 down to 25 with a little bit of share buyback, and you're looking at a price that is very close to the actual market price in terms of the intrinsic value. But of course, if you want to be more conservative like I am and go with somewhat closer to the consensus of 20%, then you may want to wait for a pullback of at least 20%, if not more, to start a position or to add more to this stock. So that's where we are with this promising company. Very strong fundamentals, and of course, technical wise, very nice uptrend here of higher highs and higher lows. So consistently pushing higher in this very nice uptrend. Volume's been pretty decent. RSI, MACD also coming up to almost overbought conditions here. So the first support level that I'd be watching here for a pullback is going to be down here close to 240, and that's also going to be somewhat aligned with what we're looking for with Arista Networks. That's going to be about a 29 to 30% drop here as a very strong support. That's exactly where we bounced off of back in April of 24. So hope you all enjoyed this video and a complete update on this stock. As always, make sure that you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, we've got a huge discount on the MoneyVest beta launch, special pricing that you can lock in forever at a 51% discount. So link's going to be down below if you want to get the early beta access to this MoneyVest platform, which again, we're going to be adding a lot more stuff over time. As always, happy investing. I'll see you all in the next video.